with that, we're going to get started because everyone is here, hopefully. And if not, guys, keep sharing, invite people. This will be so much fun. So who am I? Again, my name's Natasha Nurse. I am a brand ambassador for a company called StyleForIt, which brings us all here together. I'm also the owner and co-founder of Dressing Room 8, a coaching and consulting platform to give people the innovation that they need in their personal lives and their business. And the beautiful woman next to me, Faith Costa, is a model. She is a killer model. She is an artist, beautiful, really diverse art that she makes. And she's an advocate for body positivity and mental health. So we both are very, very busy, very active people. And today, what are we doing? So we're going to be talking about the power of fashion and confidence and how do they converge? How do they blend the two? But just to get everyone up to speed, as you know, I love to do, please share your story. How did you get into the fashion world? And what has been, I guess, the biggest thing that you've learned and loved from this space?
So I got into the fashion world, I feel like more so recently, but I've always had such a passion for it. Even when I was little, I loved putting outfits together and accessorizing. I was like a little fashionista little girl, you know. But again, like a couple years ago,
Yeah.
I took the chance, I started my social media page, and I kind of got thrown into it when I started sharing my own posts and things, and brands started reaching out to me, and I wanted to see where I truly fit in the industry. Um, what was the second part of that?
And then kind of what have you learned the most? What are some of the lessons you've learned the most and that have been most meaningful to you? And then like what do you love about this space? Because not everyone lasts, right? And then not everyone loves it. So why exactly do you do what you do? And what is it feeding how is it feeding your soul?
Right. So like a little bit differently, which is why it's worked for me. I've always done it and been in the industry and expressed myself through clothing and things like that. Pure and the fact that people enjoy it and the fact that people can relate and enjoy my style and things like that um, has been so beneficial to do more as well. So with the modeling, with the outfits of the day and the blogging and things like that, I've really gotten to showcase and express myself and my personal style and allowed myself to grow and try new things. It has been
Yeah.
incredible, and I love it. And I love clothing. It's expressional. It's colors and textures and patterns. Industry itself, for you know, as a model, I get to try new things. I get to experiment. I get to do things that I
Yeah.
never thought that I would originally do, even a couple of years ago. So the fact that I get to really think out of the box and really try different things with my own style is major, and it's given me my own sense
Mhm.
of even more so self than I already had. Trying to express myself to potentially inspire other people to do it on their own as well, and I just love it more than anything.
Mhm. I love it. And can you share? I mean, you're so humble, but like, pat yourself on the back. What are some of the brands that you've worked with so that people have an understanding of just how dope and amazing you are?
I know, I always try to. So I've worked with Dia and Co a lot, which
Hmm.
is like an incredible brand. I've worked with Universal
Hmm.
Standard, which is, they're trying to make their moves. I
Hmm.
also now model for Torrid for ecom as well. So I do
Woohoo! Yeah.
and like a lot of like indie brands and things like in New York and really like up and best. So some bigger name brands and some indie brands, and I love to represent kind of everyone and in that space because especially in plus size fashion, we have to make our own space. So we got to do it. We have to get
Yes.
through every avenue
Yes.
of that. The small brands, the big brands, the in-between brands. We have to make our own brand. And the fact that I get to be a part of that
Hmm.
is really incredible.
Hmm. Exactly. Absolutely. And then with that, let's switch gears to now talking about how does fashion and confidence converge for you? What does that mean? What do you do? How do you apply that in your life? What is that concept for you?
So it is such a big part of my life, actually. The whole thing is, if anyone knows me in real life, they know that every I get up, I get dressed, I do my makeup, and I know that if I do that for myself purely because my whole mentality is, you know, if even at least myself, because I'm presenting myself to the world in a way that I feel good through how my makeup and my clothes and things like that. So for me, I've always made that decision for myself that like I want to feel good. I want to wear clothes, empower myself. I want to put my best foot forward into the world. And whether I'm going to a coffee shop or a 7-Eleven or out with friends, like it doesn't matter. I want to dress to make myself feel good, not for anyone else. I want to, every day, I'm like, how do I want to feel today? And do that through dressing myself. So it is a very valid part of my daily life.
Absolutely. And for me, I would say, so, just to recap a little bit about me. So for me, I started Dressing Roommate on the idea of fashion is a tool of empowerment. That's what I started for my website. That's what similar to you, I've implored in my life. For me, I've been plus size my entire life, right? And so ultimately, what was my saving grace was fashion, right? Whether I could afford nice fashion or, I had to get scrappy. The point was I had to think about what I was wearing and how it played a role in the presentation I was creating. And as I grew up and as I accomplished different things in my life, I went on to law school, became a licensed attorney. So there's a certain type of fashion presentation that goes with that industry and that space. If you're, in the typical kind of law, there are non-traditional lawyer roles, but most of the time there's a certain professional chic look that lawyers are emulating and touching, then transitioned and I got into entrepreneurship. And so what did that mean? For me, it meant a lot of public speaking. It meant a lot of networking events. So then creating what was that image going to be? Because it's a non-traditional space, right? I don't necessarily have to go to an office. So I can be I have more freedom with how I dress, but again, still a lawyer by trade. So there's a certain level of sophistication. There's a certain level of professionalism that I always want to emulate. You could always be fun and sassy, but still, you're not going to see me like completely butt naked somewhere because at least I did model in lingerie, but it wasn't out on the street, right? Like there's a certain kind of flow that I'm going with. But again, I'm very conscientious about it, and it makes me feel good because at the end of the day, the more that I can dress for my body type, I have a high waist pear shape, so I try to work on clothing that emphasizes my small waist and kind of holds and supports the wide hips and the big booty and, helps the big girls, but doesn't have the big girls out, right? All of that good stuff. I try to pay attention to that so I feel comfortable because for me, what is the confidence equation? It's comfortability and brands that I like and I love and I support equal confidence. If I'm wearing clothes that I like and who it's made by, if it fits my body well, I can accessorize it. We're slaying all day. Yes, queen kind of a day. So that's how I think about fashion and confidence. Now, are there certain things that if you were to look in your closet right now today, that you could point to and say, this makes me feel more confident. This makes me feel more confident. This doesn't make me feel more confident.
Definitely, 100%. So I feel like this week I need to go through my closet and kind of purge some things because I'm realizing dressed every day. I'm looking through my clothes and some of the things I'm never wearing anymore because they don't make me feel good anymore. And I don't need them in my closet, but I know that I have pieces no matter good. Most of those pieces are really nice dresses or really nice, tops or ensemble. I've worn that have just really made me feel incredible. And I have other pieces that are, maybe for me, like I don't necessarily love to be super duper casual. That doesn't make me feel good about myself. It's comfortable, but in a different way,
Okay.
to those pieces that like I wouldn't normally wear
mm-hmm.
out. You know, if I'm like, all right, I'm running around today, I need to be able to like keep my head on straight and feel good. And I have, you know, many
Yeah.
do. I, you know, run errands, see someone, work. I need an outfit altogether that will make me
Yeah.
feel good through each of those
Yeah.
situations throughout the day. So for me, I definitely do have those pieces.
Absolutely.
Things that are bold
Okay.
and strong and again, lots of probably
Yeah.
the dresses always make me feel really good because I can throw it on and I can feel like I'm put together, but it's easy and again,
Gotcha.
it's comfortable. So for me, those are pieces that
Mm.
without a doubt always
Mm.
serve me well.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm right there with you. For me, and you brought up two really good points. So I'm just like you. A dress always makes me feel really comfortable, really confident. Pants don't make me feel really confident. Why? Because I find, especially with plus size fashion, and ladies, if you're watching and you want to chime in, this is a perfect time. Again, this is conversation. So if you have questions for Faith, if you have questions about what we're talking about or how she got started with all of her success, put them in the comment section. We want you to engage with us. Ultimately, pants don't make me feel confident. Why? Because they don't always fit us the right way. They'll fit our waist, but they won't fit the hip, or they won't fit the waist and they'll fit the hip. It's and then usually, and you have to kind of reverse engineer this in your mind. When you put on something and it doesn't fit you, what do you normally do? You're like, oh man, my body, I wish this would work. No, no, no. The clothing has to fit you. You cannot fit yourself into clothing, right? And that's where designers have to really pay attention and listen to their customers. And if it's not fitting, y'all messed up. Our bodies didn't mess up, right? And that's the conversation women have to remember in our head. And it's hard. It's very hard because physically you're like, why? Like you're literally trying to put it on you. So naturally you're going to attack yourself, but that's not the way to go about it. So I try to choose pieces that, again, when I put it on, it's like butter. Like it just fits and it's yes, yes, yes. So a dress for sure. I love accessories. I love a good scarf. I'm in New York. It's cold as, I'm about to curse, but it's cold out in these streets. And I always love something that makes me feel warm. And warmth to me is power. And it's like, and I feel like also it's flexibility. I can take it off and then I can put it back on, right? And then I'm owning and I'm having control of whatever. I can try to have as much control of my environment. I also like accessories like rings and bracelets, things like that really help me. Like if you're having a conversation, maybe you don't like what's being said to you, you can touch your ring and you can just focus on like, it's okay, things will move on. Like it's a nice physical reminder to me to just like think about my thoughts and think about, the happiness of my life. At least that's how I feel. I don't know if people are going to be like, okay, Tasha, but for me, accessories
No,
make me feel, powerful. Yeah. What were you going to say?
no, I said that makes sense. Yeah, no, that's I don't think that's too
Okay.
crazy at all. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Cool.
I like
Awesome. And then,
again, yeah, no, accessories can just like level up an
mhm,
outfit altogether. Like even an outfit that you feel decent in, if you
yeah.
accessorize, you have a power pair of shoes or earrings that you love, it takes it to the
Hmm.
next level in your
Yeah.
brain to just
Absolutely.
completely bring you to
Absolutely.
your
Yeah.
top. So I agree with that.
Awesome. Yeah. And then the other thing is, and we both do it, makeup. I would kind of put that in with fashion because it's kind of the last layering of the additive touch to the outfit, right? And I feel like, again, what do we see when we look at someone? The first thing is usually their face, and then we scroll down and then we look at what they're wearing, right? So what is this presentation? The hair, right? Everyone always has something to say about appearance. So I loop that in with the type of fashion presentation. It's kind of head to toe for me, but I agree. And you mentioned shoes. I like some comfortable shoes. I know you ladies out here, sometimes y'all are killing it in these like heels. I'm 5'8". I am close enough in the sky to that I need to be. I give me a nice, beautiful pair of flats and we're rocking it, right? I'm good in my flats. But again, you have to figure out if you're comfortable and you're confident in 6-inch heels, 4-inch heels, 3-inch heels, then you rock that. For me, that's an automatic trigger of not confidence because I haven't found a way to walk in them comfortably yet. So if I wear them, automatically my energy goes down. Automatically I start to feel like I'm not good enough, or, you know, what if people notice? All of those types of insecurities where, again, life is too short to be purposely being insecure, right? We have enough in life that we're kind of fighting. So I try to not do that. But what was I going to say? What about you? Do you have thoughts on shoes or hairstyling that kind of come in with the presentation for you in building confidence?
Yeah, shoes actually, even though I'm tall as well, I do weirdly like to wear like a little bit of a heel because it makes me feel, I don't know, they make me feel good. I can stand taller. Now I don't wear the crazy tall heels, but even like wedges or like the really big block heels, like those shoes, like with an outfit, like make me feel even more put together. Flats.
Wow, okay.
Actually, like I don't really walk well in flats for some reason. My feet like roll out and they actually hurt me. So for some reason, like a constructed like semi heel like makes me feel better and like more comfortable. So that is a thing for me for sure. Yeah, it's weird. That's like not like a regular thing, and like I don't think anyone's gonna be able to relate to that, but they are generally more comfortable for me.
No, I've heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I always thought
I've heard that before. Yeah, I've heard other women say, no, yeah. Oh, okay. So Keisha has a question. Thanks. One of many, hopefully. So she wrote, any guidance on how one can brand themselves when they feel that they lack content? Any tips on what content is great to put out to brand yourself? Okay, so I'll answer first and then you want to go?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So that's a great. So that's a great question, Keisha. So when it comes to branding, and I just did a talk at this actually on my last conference, the key to that is really understanding your why, right? Because how can you create a brand if you don't have a clear purpose behind it? So what is your why? What are you doing, whatever you're doing, whatever, if you're building a platform, if you're building a business, if you're building your modeling career, whatever you need to do to whatever you're trying to put out in this world, you have to start with a clear why. And then from that clear why, what are the services or the things that you're doing that are kind of distributing out that why to the world? So for instance, if you were a model, right, and you said, I'm modeling because I want to see more diversity in the modeling world. As we know, there aren't enough women of color in the plus size space as well as in the straight size space. So I want to be a model who shows people that Black is beautiful or people of color are beautiful. And then, okay, cool. So how are you going to do that? So you're going to do that through your website. You're going to do that through social media content that you put out. You're going to do that through the brands that you work with who maybe they don't have a history of working with Black or people of color, and you're going to be that difference. You're also going to do that with maybe some of the events that you host, maybe some of the events that you do, right? And then also maybe talks and things like that. So you're going to create a distribution system for that why, but we've always got to start with the why. Faith?
That was, yeah, super incredible. That's so on point, I feel like. The only thing I really is authenticity is key. Make sure what you're putting out is something that you're proud of, something that really represents you. You don't have to fit anyone else's idea of what you should do. If you want to do something, make sure it's what you want to do, and people will gravitate towards it, and they want to know you. People want to, brands want to work with people who they like and that are different, and are, unique and authentic. So as long as you are truly being yourself with that strategic plan of how to go about it, success is inevitable. It has to be, yes, persistent, whatever, and planned out, but also true, speak how you feel. And there is a space for you in whatever you want to do, I would say, for sure. There's no reason that, there isn't.
Yeah, perfect. Awesome. So yeah, so Keisha, I hope that answers your question. And if you have a follow-up question, please add them in. And ladies, gentlemen watching, please come on in with your questions, okay? So also the other point that you mentioned that I do want to talk, and it's kind of what brings us here together, right? So if anyone's not aware of what style, great information. Thank you, ladies. I have a feeling that I'm overthinking it. LOL. Okay, so yeah, so Keisha, I'm glad that you said that, because a lot of people will think instead of what do they need to do? Do, right? Because if you have a message to share with the world and you just get out there, guess what you can do? You can start to experiment, you can craft that message, but just start doing, right? Because the number one thing, and Faith knows this, and anyone who works with me knows that every single person is a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. She's a work in progress. You're a work in progress. President Barack Obama is a work in progress. Everybody. Beyonce's a work in progress. Everybody's a work in progress. Nobody's perfect. Why? Because perfection is a fiction. It doesn't exist, right? So then if we're all, and what does it mean? We're all on our own different lanes and our own different journeys, which is totally fine. Don't compare yourself to anyone. But ultimately, you have to start doing to see how the world receives you, and what is something that resonates with people, what's not resonating with people, and change. But you got to just start doing. If we have great ideas are great, but if you do nothing with them, then no one knows, right? It's that same concept. If a tree falls in a forest and no one is around, did it make a noise, right? Be a change agent. Go out here and make the world a better place with your voice, with the things that you do. Don't keep it to yourself. You owe it to us to share. That's what I say to people. I'm like, don't keep it like your dirty little secret. Wait a minute now. Share it with us. I want to know. So if you have a message and you want to share it, I'll put in our contact information at the end of this, but you can go to dressingroom8.com. You can email me. I'll put that stuff in there. But, don't keep it a dirty secret. Share it. We want to see. Okay. So with that, and again, if you have more questions, everyone, put them in. You mentioned before that you wanted to purge your closet. That's a beautiful transition, because we can just kind of talk about what is StyleForIt. Ladies and gentlemen, StyleForIt is an exclusive plus size consignment platform for sizes 12 to 32. So all y'all curvy ladies with too much stuff in your closet, and if it's not working, like Faith, you said you looked at this, you were like, nope. Absolutely, Keisha, you're welcome. If you looked at your closet and you were like, nope, not today, then you know what you need to do. You need to take it out of the closet, put it in a pile, hopefully take pictures of yourself in it, and post it on StyleForIt.com. You can buy and you can sell plus size clothing, sizes 12 to 32. I've bought several Michael Kors pieces so far. Why? Because what's also really interesting about the platform is, if you check it out, most of the stuff is affordable. Most of it, I bought Michael Kors items. They were not Michael Kors pricing. So hello, if you're looking for really cool numbers, cute numbers to kind of get into your closet, you want to purge and then you want to upgrade some things, go to StyleForIt.com. And so Faith, if you could actually also talk a little bit about the store that you created on there and some of the items you have on there for sale, and hopefully we'll be adding to your store, right?
So I will be adding a lot, and I mean a lot, to my store very, very soon.
Awesome.
Right now I have pieces up that are different. I have some pieces that I have loved at one point, or maybe there's a couple of pieces that I literally haven't even worn yet, and that like still have the tags on them that I gotten, and time I was like, yes, this is for me. This is gonna make me feel good. I'm in my closet. I put it on.
Yeah.
Took it off because for some reason it just wasn't for me. But I know that it's for someone else because they're beautiful pieces of clothing. So
yeah,
the pieces that are going to go into my store that I will be purging are, again, pieces that are super cute, but maybe just not for me right now. That I know that they're going to look incredible on someone else. They deserve to be worn. They deserve a happy home.
Yeah, exactly.
So with that, yeah, lots of shirts and maybe dresses and things, pieces that, again, I loved, that I thought was going to work for me, but sometimes it just happens, and when you shop sometimes, and you miss that return date to send it back in time, and then it's sitting there and you say, oh, I'm gonna wear it. I will,
Yeah.
just not right now. Maybe in a week. Oh, I'll find the right time to wear it. Okay, like 6 months, 8 months, a year later, it's still sitting there and never been touched. Give it away. Someone
Yes.
will buy it. It's just
Yes,
not for you.
exactly.
Exchange it,
Exactly.
put it out there, sell it, and buy
Ex-
something for yourself that you will wear, because we deserve to have pieces in our closet that we love, that make us feel good, that you're excited to put on, that you can open up your
mhm.
closet and look and just be like, yes, this is me. So I
Mm.
definitely encourage
Yes,
everyone to
exactly, exactly.
start a store, do a little shopping, upgrade. I know for a fact, I don't think I know a single
Mhm.
person that doesn't have at least one piece of clothing in their closet that they do not wear ever.
Mhm. Exactly.
So,
Exactly. Absolutely. My husband was just saying that, like, you have too much clothes, too much clothes. And I was like, he was like, you have 50 pairs of shoes. I was like, first of all, I don't have 50 pairs of shoes. Get out of my closet. but, but, he was like, okay, well, you seriously have like 38. And I was like, see, I don't have 50. So yeah, Keisha, right? You have clothes that you can get rid of. So, and so guys, it's okay, we love to shop, that's fine, we're in the fashion space, excuse you, so we need that. So but the point is, we don't need everything, so we can periodically, Keisha, if you have clothes that you can get rid of, so go, what I suggest is every 6 weeks, go through, like, and that's good me time, right? It's good kind of reflection time. We need to incorporate reflection, me time in our lives. Every 4 to 6 weeks, go through, peruse through your closet, say, oh, that's cute, okay, I'm gonna wear that on Monday, that's cute. Oh, where did I buy that? That's nonsense. And then, nope, that's someone else's beauty. And then, okay, well, I don't really like it. There's a tag on it, I haven't worn it, let me get my life together, let's pull this out. So every 4 to 6 weeks, peruse through your closet and see what can get rid of, what is a jewel that someone else is waiting for, what are things that you need, because you need to have a basic foundation. You need to know Monday through Friday, what are the clothes that you can wear for your work, for your career, and then what are the things you're wearing for networking, day to night, and then the fun time, and then the extra, right? But then if it's not fitting within those main categories, well, get rid of that, right? Let's feed what we need, and if you're the person, like you were Steve Jobs, and he wore like the same thing every day, apparently, right? Like the same kind of that sweater and the jeans, right? And so if that's you and you don't have enough of that, fine, make sure you feed that. But I don't like to, I like to switch it up. If I could, I would wear 6 different outfits a day, like if I could. I just think that fashion is so, right? You would do the same?
totally. Like,
Yeah.
and yeah, like I look in my closet and, when I get dressed in, it's like, oh, well, like I want to wear this in the morning, but I want to change into something later. I literally, when was it? I think yesterday, the day before, I changed like 2.5 times
Yeah.
in the day, like, because it was such a long day, and the outfit in the morning didn't transition. So I had to completely change. And sometimes that happens, and that's fine.
Yeah,
Because I don't have
exactly.
like a daily like uniform. I'm not sitting in an office where it's like, okay, I'm wearing the same blazer and pants or something. Like every day is kind of different for me.
Exactly.
So with that, my outfits do change and I need to.
Hmm.
So for me, like that is important to me to have those
Hmm.
options. So if you look into my closet, I do have so many different
Hmm.
kinds of clothing. I probably should narrow it down a little
Mm.
bit. So that's why the purging must happen. And
Yeah.
I'm excited about it because it will be super cleansing, because that's like a reboot. It's a cleansing. It makes me feel good to know that then when I'll look in my closet, it'll be
Hmm.
all for me, all good things. And so, yeah, everyone needs to stay tuned for when I like sell everything I own because I guarantee you guys are gonna like it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You guys are gonna find some pieces.
Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely.
Oh,
And
it is.
Tara, she had, it's good for your wallet and the environment, eco trendy, as I like to call it. I like that. You should do a blog on that. Like, are you eco trendy? You know what? You better get your life. I like
Yeah.
that.
Tara.
Woo! She's really good. And Tara, please share in the comment section just how dope listen, this young lady is dope. She's done so much. And like, I'm just like, what are you, 12? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, stop it. you know, People are always like, man,
Seriously,
Natasha, you do a lot.
she
Yeah,
does
and
so
I'm like,
much.
I'm not in my 20s. Like, This chick is killing it. I'm like, you're like 7. Stop it out here. Like, I love, no, don't keep going. Like, but, very accomplished. So, Tara, please share your Instagram, share a little bit about yourself in the comment section. So, if people want to get in touch with you, listen, ladies, I'm all about empowering, lifting each other up as we do things. If you tune into other people's lives and you want to share your platform, make sure that we're all supporting and promoting each other. That sisterhood will see us much further than this kind of me. It's all about me. I don't want to talk about anyone else. Like, no, use your platform to support and highlight other people. The conference I was at just yesterday, She Leads 2018, one of the speakers said something really interesting. They said, are you sharing like another sister or another woman's work like twice a week? I was like, ooh, that's a challenge that I don't think people are satisfying, right? How many times are we sharing just about us? Are we elevating other people? Keisha wrote, yes, there's plenty of room at the table. Exactly. There is enough in the sky for everyone. But if you come from a place of desperation and deprivation, you will not feel that way. And you will kind of hoard and act like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. It becomes a very ugly situation. Like, it's very nasty. So
and then when you're sharing other people, you would hope that they would share yours as well. It's an exchange.
exactly.
It's support. So
Exactly.
that's the point. You would want people to support you, so you have to support those same people. And that's how we can,
Exactly.
do it right.
Yeah, Faith here, she's, I support her, she supports me. It's a sisterhood, it's a bond, it's a lifetime, just like, yes, right? Like, and same thing with Tara. She's another woman that, like, young lady who I'm like, yes, like, I'm your champion. You do that, and we will share. We have to support each other. So with that as well, because, I could talk forever and a day. Tara wrote, I love that sharing idea. If we women build our own empire, there will be no glass ceiling. Exactly. If we held hands together and kept pushing, there would be no ceiling, right? We would keep pushing. And Keisha says, empower, uplift, and spread the love. Exactly. Ladies, so we're vibing it. Let's all make sure that share your contact information. Keisha, where are you at on IG? Tara, where are you at on IG? I shared our websites, but make sure if you have a website, share that so that we can follow you, we can champion you, because you took the time to join and support us. So now me and Faith have to join and support what you're doing. So thank you. Absolutely. And encourage, share that with your friends. Share that with 3 people today that you said, how are we going to empower each other? How are we lifting up each other? So with that, I do want to share some personal narrative stuff. So Faith, would you say in your life, can you give examples of where you had like an outfit that you really loved, that you felt really confident in, and it turned into something successful for you, or it created opportunities for you?
I feel like I definitely have like outfits that I've had experiences in, right? So that I knew that I'm putting this outfit on, I'm going to this event, and I knew that if I were to go dressing in a different way that I didn't feel good, I might not have been able to been bold enough or confident enough to make that contact, to introduce myself, to be able to truly put myself out there. So I think like that is important, that you have those outfits and those pieces that you truly feel, like a superhero in, because it makes a difference in your life. If you feel good, you'll be more willing to take chances. You'll put yourself out there. You won't be afraid to, take a leap of faith on yourself, So it is,
Yes.
even when I went to my Torrid casting, I put on my favorite pair of jeans because I needed to feel good. I needed to feel
Yes.
unstoppable.
Yes.
I had to, and again, like jeans like are not like, I don't necessarily feel great in them all the time, but I have like a pair or 2 that I am Wonder Woman in.
Yeah.
And so to pick and choose those
Yes.
opportunities for yourself, to really like
Yeah.
supercharge that confidence, to really elevate you in your own life, like it makes a difference, because if I were to go on a casting or something in sweatpants or something and I felt not great, like they're not going to take me seriously. They can tell that I don't feel good.
Yeah.
People want to hire you when you clearly represent, who you are, and when you feel good. People feed off of that, and it is how you present yourself.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't have to be expensive.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be this crazy bougie life or whatever. But it can be
Yep.
just pieces that you love that make you feel good. And we all need that because it can be the difference of
Mm-hmm.
crappy a day because, you don't have anything that makes you feel good, you know. You go
Yep.
into, your boss's office asking for a promotion, but he's saying, okay, maybe you're not feeling good
Mm-hmm.
this year, you're not taking
Yeah.
yourself seriously. It can be that change.
Yep.
So take that chance on yourself.
Absolutely.
How do you want to present yourself to the world?
Mm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I completely agree. So I actually have two stories I'd like to share. One is the story of how I met the editor-in-chief of Plus Model magazine and how I became the lifestyle editor of this magazine, which if you follow Plus, you know that it's the #1 magazine for plus size women since 2006 when they started, right? When we started. And I was going to Full Figured Fashion Week 2015, right? If everyone knows, that's kind of like the plus size Oscars here in New York. And it was I met Gwen at another event, and she was gracious, and her team was gracious enough to Gwen DeVoe, just so everyone knows, to invite me as a blogger. Oh, good stuff. Keisha shared her handles and stuff. Phenomenal. Thank you. So we will definitely follow you and make sure that we are supporting and champion you. Okay. And so when Gwen gave me the opportunity to be one of the bloggers who report FFF week, every year they have bloggers that come and kind of report on the event. So I was selected that year, and I went into the kind of meet the brand kind of events, one of the events that they do before the big fashion shows. I walk in and I meet Maddie Jones, and we're both wearing an olive green outfit. Like it literally looks like we could be wearing the same thing. I have like a romper on. I think she had like a dress, but it was like nearly the same color. And I chose that because I felt really powerful in that romper. Olive green is my favorite color, and I'm a strong proponent to believe that if you wear the colors that you love, you feel like you're loving yourself for that day. You feel celebrated every moment because it's something that olive green makes me there's nothing that makes me happier. So when I wear it, I'm just like, right. And so and then me and Maddie started chatting. Awesome. Thank you, Keisha. And we started connecting and then started chatting, and that led to me being able to be the lifestyle editor, right? And I don't want to say it's because I wore an olive green jumper, like I don't necessarily know if it's that, but I think that it led to the conversation. Yeah, right. Like maybe she wouldn't have been more inclined to talk to me, or we wouldn't have been photographed. All these things wouldn't have happened if I didn't have that on. So I think that was one example of how fashion really helped and benefited me. And it's been such a wonderful privilege to be a part of such an amazing platform. Then secondly, yesterday I had to do that was the first time that I technically did a pitch to the media kind of speaking engagement. What did I wear? Olive green shirt with like a black tutu from Lane Bryant and my black leggings from Amazon. And again, all day, every day, I love your outfit. I love what you're wearing, And so again, by people emphasizing, providing that, what does that make you do? It makes you feel good. So when you get up on stage, ain't nobody can tell you nothing, right? You're rocking it. You're slay, slay, slay. So again, paying attention to what you wear can transform your life, right? Because it's that feeling. Our lives are a reflection of how we feel on the inside. So if you're not feeding your inside feelings, you're gonna not be putting out what you need to create the opportunities for yourself. So those are two examples that I feel like fashion helped me succeed, right? And I feel like yesterday I made amazing contacts. I'm gonna be featured on like another platform. Like there's all these real cool things that happen because I was very conscientious about what I decided to wear for the day.
That's incredible. See, those are real life things. Those are choices that you made, and that's what we should do. That's what we should try to do at least, And even though you might not think it's that, specific, but it can be. It can be that difference, the flip of a coin of if how you feel good, that's your power color. I know that like when I wear black or patterns, like I feel incredible. Definitely like what is your power color, and you should have the most of that good feeling, It
Absolutely.
really can
Absolutely.
make such a difference in, you know, starting a conversation with someone saying something to you, ooh, I love
Yeah.
that. You know, we are social creatures and we, you know, we interact with each other, and that can make
Hmm.
that first connection for yourself for sure. I know for a fact,
Exactly.
Full Figured Fashion Week, it was 2 years ago for myself. My outfit, I like kind of custom did it. I like made this whole crown for myself, and everyone came up to me, and I made so many
Nice.
connections.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I kind of, you know, so like for the, now that's
Yeah.
an extra kind of thing, but if you can do little things like that on a weekly basis, you know, when you go
Yeah.
to work, when you go to a bar to meet new people, you never know who you're gonna meet. You never know, and
Yes.
it can potentially impact your life for the very best. So why not do
Hmm.
that for yourself?
Exactly. Oh, I love that. Love that. Love that. Yeah. So I guess with that, I think, ladies, and thank you for Tara following Keisha. Keisha, we will, and let me reread kind of what she wrote. Let's see. For her comment. Can you see them, Faith, on your end as well, or no?
They're like, oh here, oh then, oh yeah, was not seeing the comments coming through. Okay. Oh yeah, you guys are following each other. See?
Okay. But now you see them.
Women's. Yes.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
So,
great.
we'll make sure to follow each other and support each other. And then what was I going to say? Yeah, I guess with that, just last minute advice for someone who's struggling to be confident, even with or without fashion. What are 3 things that you do every day to help build your confidence? And then, what's that fashion thing that you're going to do that maybe you haven't already talked about that you can share and kind of give that wisdom?
Right. So again, like for myself, I do try to do the things every single day to make myself feel good because again,
Hmm.
you know, some days are harder than others. For me, what is important for
Hmm.
myself, and it is a part of my mental health, right? Because I need to be able to feel good and
Mm,
confident and
mm.
at peace with myself. I need to feel comfortable in my skin. That's really important to me. So again, you know, in the morning, putting myself
Yep.
together is a single thing that I can do for myself that can really set the tone for an entire
Yep.
day. Whether it's putting makeup on,
Hmm.
a fierce outfit, that's something that we all have the capabilities of doing. That is 100,000% in your control. Because you can't control everything, but you can control your literal body and yourself and what you do with it. So that for me
Yeah.
is super important every day. Affirmations and every
Yep.
day now is like being aware of the content I'm consuming that's more positive. I feel like
Yes.
so often, especially lately, there's been so much negativity and things. So I've been I've been doing a thing for myself that I
Yeah.
kind of like love. So on Instagram, what's that account? Cats of Instagram or whatever. It's just adorable kitten videos and
Hmm.
pictures all day every day. And so now at
Aw.
least once a day I go
Yeah.
on just for like a little bit of happiness and adorableness, just because that makes me
Yeah.
feel good. So, you know, finding like little things like that to make yourself feel good is incredible. And with
Yes.
representing yourself and
Absolutely.
presenting yourself in a way that you feel good about is so important. And you have the capabilities of doing it. Take that
Hmm.
chance because you might figure out, oh,
Hmm.
I blazers are my thing. They make me feel incredible. Or oh, dresses. Or oh, I love a pencil skirt that I can wear every single day that makes me feel incredible. Take those chances on yourself, you know,
Hmm.
and have your own type of uniform in your
Exactly.
own unique way. Hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah. For me, I guess my 3 things for daily confidence would be starting the day with gratitude. I think just today I read something. If you're grateful, you'll change your attitude. Like gratitude changes your attitude, right? So I'm grateful for waking up that is a privilege. You are not guaranteed life in this world. So waking up means it's another opportunity to win. It's another opportunity to learn. It's another opportunity to love, right? And I'm grateful for so many things, for my husband, for everyone who works with me, for the universe's just amazement and glory, for my animals, for beautiful women like you who are just so inspirational and just breathing. Just everything you do is just so naturally just giving and awesome. And just, I'm grateful to know you and to live in a world with someone like you. You know what I mean? So like things like that, just like waking up for people and just knowing that someone like you is making the world a better place every single day. I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful that you came onto Instagram and didn't know what you were going to do and have become such a social media maven and influencer. Like, I'm grateful for that, you know? So that's one thing. Next thing, I set intentions, right? If you want to be happy, then you have to choose happiness. If you want to be successful, you have to choose actions that lead to success. So for me to be daily confident, then, you know, I surrounded my desk with like Faith's art. I have affirmations. I see this every single day. I have like a kind of a Buddha thing that she drew, and I see it every day, and it makes me think of her. And so then what does that lead me to think of? Gratefulness of her, but then also that there's beautiful art, that there's expressionism, that there's creativity. I feed off of creativity. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Right. And then also, you know, again, I'm going to be conscientious, even if I'm just home. What do I want to wear? What's my favorite scarf I want to wear? What's my favorite hoodie I want to put on if I'm going out? So thinking about the fashion, and then definitely trying to consume enough more positivity than possible, right? Like, so if it's a podcast, if it's blogs, if it's a website, if it's a movie, if it's a television show, just consuming things that feed my soul, that feed my brain, that feed my heart. Those are things that are going to make me feel confident. So I agree with you. Creating a daily regimen is super important to build that daily confidence, and then sticking to it. You owe it to yourself to be the best version of you every single day, every freaking single day, right? And if you have a hard day, why did we have a hard day? Maybe I didn't read what I needed to read. Maybe I didn't choose my fashion. Figure out what didn't work for today, because you're going to stumble, guys, right? Every day, you're not going to bat 100 every day. You're not. But how can we bat 100 tomorrow, right? If today wasn't good, that's okay. But maybe you watched this and you were like, yes, I'm going to freaking run this, you know? Listen, I'm ready. So then tomorrow, what are we doing that's making today a memory? It's behind us, right? Let go of the past and keep moving forward. So what do we have to do to keep hitting that 100, batting that 1,000 if we can? So with that, I guess what I'd love to say then is, how can people get in touch with you? I shared your website. Share things that you're doing. I think we both fell off of Inktober. But what are things that, how can people?
I've done it. I just haven't.
Oh, you do?
Them.
Oh, okay. I'm behind on my drawing.
I'm gonna be posting like 20 in a row. Just wait for it. I literally did it. I have my sketchbook is all sketches. I don't know why the posting about it was kind of bugging me. I don't know why, but I am doing it. So I'm gonna post like 10 today and 10 tomorrow. I think like 5, like to catch up. Woo! But like I have actually physically doing it, just haven't been sharing it. So I feel like the past couple weeks I kind of was doing like a little bit. I need to back off social media a little bit just for my own mental self, right? But I'm still actively doing the things in my real life to keep that going. But again, yes, you can go to my website, faithcosta.com, but my main platform is, I would say, Instagram at faith_plus_fashion. And I have a lot of things coming up, some secret things coming up. I'm going to be on a panel soon, so you can check that out in Philly. I'm doing gotta like stay in touch, keep your eyes peeled. I'm always doing kind of something different. Gotcha. And I have, again, my art page, like we were talking about, at Faith Costa _original artwork. So you'll see about like 40 posts in a row this week that were done for Inktober. But again, easiest way, because you can get to everything there.
Yeah. Awesome. But I shared your Instagram as well, and the website as well. And yeah, you know, I think that for me, if you guys are interested, simple, go to dressingroom8.com. What will you find? You'll find content like this, where I'm working with brands like StyleForIt, working with Faith, and talking about fashion and how you need to use it to get ahead and how you can embrace it. I talk a lot about mindset. I talk a lot about featuring other business owners. So many of us have this, we're all about this gig economy, right? People are having side hustles or they're starting new ventures. I want to feature you. I want to highlight you. All of that content, and as well as the inner workings of like what I'm thinking about and what I'm doing to better myself, and I think can benefit you, all on dressingroom8.com. So you can find me there, and my Instagram, I will share that as well. That's dressing_room_8. StyleForIt, guys, I shared their Instagram. Make sure you follow them. They're the reason why we're here. We're giving this content. And with that, just I hope everyone has a wonderful day, is productive, go through that closet, purge, curvy ladies, sizes 12 to 32. Y'all need to sell on StyleForIt.com. Create your account this weekend and get it poppin', and check out Faith's store, check out my store, start buying, start selling, and creating kind of that wardrobe of success, you know, creating that wardrobe of the life you want for yourself. I did a live stream on StyleForIt last week, and that's what I talked about. You know, there's 6 things I talked about for if you want to dress for the life you want. If you didn't check it out, you can find that on the Facebook page. And yeah, thank you, Keisha. She said, thank you, ladies, this was great. Thank you, everyone who watched this on the live, on the replay. If you have questions, follow up, put them in the comments. Me and Faith can come back in here and respond, and we'll see you soon. And thank you so much, Faith.
Thanks.
Bye. All righty.